into Ikkyo. And let's start out with just understanding how to get the front inward kazushi, okay? So you're going to pass through Geddon as you yield to create space for him to enter. The shoulder is going to move forward. You'll yield to the shoulder, and then the inward spiral. From the behind the shoulder, you push through the center. Boom. Person, they will take ukemi that's easy for them. So roll out of the technique. You see? I'll do the same thing. Don't roll out of the technique. You see? So whether he rolled or not, it was his choice. Don't roll out of the technique. Got it? Got it? That's my choice, okay? So you always want to look at it like, don't do more. So here, if he can do it without rolling out, that's what he should do. Boom. That's where he is. Different, okay? All right, try it. Spiral. Okay, so now what is the inward spiral? Well, first it's going to start with the outward spiral. Then look at my body. Do you see how my body yields? Don't stay here and do it like this. Your body is moving in that same thing we always do. It's like he's pushing on my shoulder, and it's the same thing every time. Kokyu ho, same thing. My body's doing it. So I stay on the yang line with the elbow. Then the body lets it by. Then the elbow will come from the inward spiral into the yin spot. So halfway, okay, got it? On my nipple line. That's where the elbow is now. Not over here. Over here. That'll put the wrist grab on the center line. So we're doing it again. One, boom. It's on my center line. Right where my nose is looking. Okay, try it. So see how she turned that way? Do it again, same side. Come on. Do you see that? See how she's going that way? Hi. Try it again. So you can't let that happen. Hi. Yes, turn it over. Hi. Keep going. If I move to the right, she moves to the left. If I move to the right, angle deviation to the right, angle deflection to the left. Don't pull it back to you. That makes no sense. Go. So you're looking for space is what it is. So you're driving. I yield. I come around. You go in here for space. If I move my body, you see, I can keep the katate. Oh, you're doing this, leaving your body there and going like that. Just move your body and keep the distance. Do you see how you're out here? Never in here, okay? Try it again. So I'm going here, and now you're going like straight line. Do you see? Turn it. Okay? So you're here, here. Not here, there. Bleed. Okay, try it again. When we did the wen and the how or the where. You got to get out of that shoulder. If you're going to straighten your arm, you're going to get in that shoulder. Or I have to get in, boom, his center. That means that my elbow is, watch my elbow. My elbow is staying down, do you see? It'll displace the center, and then it takes that created yin space. So you won't go nothing on him, nothing on him, nothing on him. Now you're in the shoulder. Boom, it's moving, that's when it turns. Got that? That's the exaggeration. So you don't want to be up in the shoulder. Affect his center. Feel for his maximum weight. This is different. You're going around the weight. You should be able to feel that. Boom, center. You're going to get more projection now because you're in the center. Okay, try it. Go. So I'm coming around. That's how I let it go by. This is where I move my body, not my arm. Okay, my body moves, and I hit here. You see? Okay, so just imagine how much yang there was there, but now your center is going like that. You see? And it's going yin. So as it hits, boom, that's when it turns. Do you understand?
Yes, sensei.
Okay. So it's just energy work. Boom. Okay? But it has to be here. As I feel the energy going off, because your center is moving away from the grip, that's the arm isolation. Do you understand?
Yes.
And that's yin, and that's where I complete the yang aspect of the inward spiral. Okay, try it again. It's going to be very hard when you're doing this. Okay? It's just smooth movement. Smooth movement. Okay? Come on. Like, I think especially at 10 years of training, you start not understanding my elbows outside. Like, you're not really training. Okay? And it's like a lot of that's that whole thing, like, we're just fighting. Okay? And when we fight, you can see, I'm never going to do that. It's just natural that it's here. Do you understand? You see the other elbow? Here. They're not going to be out here. So we're just struggling too hard with that. Like, what the fuck? Okay? You're not mustering up enough discipline to keep it inside. It's not that hard. You can slow down. You can do whatever it takes. And there's two ways of doing it. One, I project his center off. The arm is isolated now. Or two, as I was trying to throw him, he yin yielded. Do you see? And you'll feel the same thing. Do you understand? You guys understand? Okay. Those are legitimate counters, but rolling over like an Aztec ritual victim, like that's not ever ukemi. Okay, do you guys understand? So let's work with the second one. I'm going to try to get in his center. You'll feel the yin yield, and that's where I continue the spiral right into the idimiashi. Okay? Again, just for clarity's sake, without the yin yield, I am trying, boom, this kokyu nage. So he's going to hyper yin yield, and you'll feel it. You'll feel the center come off your arm. Do you understand? Okay, so that's the one we're doing. I'm trying, there it is. And I just follow it now, like you always do. If I lost the adhesion or the projection point, the external skill of following comes in, and you end up here. Okay? Did you see a beat? No, it just goes right into the follow, okay? All right, let's try my following skills, okay? So my hand, there's the projection attempt. There's the yin yield. You see I'm already in the trap. Don't have your hand down here. So you got whatever, doesn't matter, but it's here. And you have your open-end triangles right here. Just exaggerating the open-end triangles. Do you see? And that's what I used to catch. Okay? So get your hand. There's the attempt. And I move in. When I follow, what I'm following to is the next projection adhesion point, which is the elbow. You see, I can catch him again. Do you understand? So don't undo anything to try to grapple and push us down. You're going to the next projection point. There it is, and I go to here. And there's his center again. So that's how we're going to do it. You're going to have your hands in place. This is a micro drill. My hand is in place. You're going to feel the yin, and then you're going to find a center again. Okay? Just push it out. Yield. Find the center again. Okay? Let's go. I know what the technique is, but I'm doing the micro drill. Yin yield. Okay? Then I move his center. Do you see? Yin yield. You're going to lay down on me? Want that? Okay? Again, watch. He didn't lay down under me. Got it? So he doesn't do that. He stays in an aggressive position without the tension. Let it yield. Let it yield. There you go. That's why I passed to here. Do you see? Right. Then I push the center. Okay? Right. Try it again. So he's going. There's the yield. Do you see how I'm here? Like, this is all where I can come back in. I don't have to do those turns. That's why he's got to close to go from the inside to the outside. Do you see? And I let him move it. But you don't want to move. You don't want to move. So you're resisting his movement by being here and absorbing like this. Do you see? If we go fast, can you do that? No. So you can't do it slow either unless you're violating the rules. And the rule is you're resisting by leaving the bottom part of your body in place and rolling over it. Do you understand? What you should do is what your senpai does, because right now your body does not understand things. So you do what your senpai does. Do him. He's going to leave his body in place and roll over it. If he did that, then you do that. If he did not do that, then you don't do it. Okay? Go. One, catch. That you're gonna, the yang that I wanted you to feel here, you have to press into it. Got it? When you feel that yang, that's what I go around. Some of you were just pinning the arm on that last micro drill. So instead of feeling his center and yanging through it, you were going like this. not experiencing what you're going to feel when someone's fighting you into the pin. Feel the center, and that's what moves into the pin. Because you have to catch his center again. There's his center, and that's, you can see, is what is being moved into the pin. You don't want this being soft. Catch the center, move his whole body around. Okay, let's go back to the technique. So right here, you should already have his center in your hand. Okay, so don't push it up because you're going around the center. Here, keep the elbow in the yin, on the yang line. The yin line, so a little in. Okay, and this is on your center line. There it is. And then put that knee back up. Okay, and now you have it. And when this drops, the claw closes and the hand goes down. Go. Yes. Okay, go. Okay. This way, there's slack. And again, don't do this. Okay? Don't be the Aztec victim. Boom. Boom. That's what I want. When you come up, I'm going around your center. So instead, keep it here in the elbow. This is where I want it. I use this hand to make sure it doesn't go, again, another yin yield. So I'm in your body. This is going to crunch your face. Okay? Boom. Boom. There. This way, soft. This way. Into the technique. Okay? Try it again. Martial artists would recognize the joint vulnerability. Okay? So when I go here, boom. Do you see how I have a back foot? I'm not in a horse stance. I have a back foot, and I can hit the Ikkyo and the arm break. You see? Over here, can't do it. Not aligned for it. So you recognize that you have that. So you're here. You got it? Here, like this, okay? So we're going to do that. At the end, you're going to go 1, 2. Wrist, elbow, nice and slow, and immediate release on the quick tap, okay? Go. The conclusion. You see how I end in it, okay? Yes, I'm going to go what looks like I'm going around. But I'm going to move on the inside of it, not push it up the circle. Let's face the camera so you can see. Lay down here, head there, feet there. I'm not going to go just up like that. If you watch, I'm going to have to pick my foot up, right? So if I pick my foot up, you're going to see what happens to this inward spiral when I do it. So I'm going to pick it up, and you see how more of my body's moving to the right? Just watch my outer shoulder, and you're going to see that it's moving that way. Do you understand? So more of my body is coming to the inside of the elbow. When you go like this is an incorrect move because you see what it did to the elbow. The elbow is now to the right. But if you leave the elbow under your center where you could do the break, right? So to do that, I'm on the inside once that foot comes up. You'll have another break here. You see that? And that is where I let him out. And you see what people think is the stepping around, okay? So we're going to micro drill that with the third break. Here it is. 1, 2. Then up. See how my knees come together to keep the elbow under my center? And you have it right here. 3. Then I loosen it and let him save his shoulder. That final break is going to be an attack of the whole scapula mechanism. So here's 1, 2. I'm coming up. If I didn't let it go, I'm not going to let it go this time. And you'll feel the pressure on your shoulder. So it won't slide now. And then I just ripping the whole chicken wing off. But to make sure you're in the right position, your center should be able to do another elbow dislocation here. Then I'll let it go, free his shoulder, so the scapular mechanism is not ripped off. Okay, let's try it. Go. This is your same thing. I want you to feel it. Okay, so there's mudra work in the technique. So, and I have my 2 spirals, and my tanden is moving around. You're supposed to yield crazy. Okay, then I come in. Do you see? And you're stopping here. Do you understand? Because you're pushing down instead of rolling it in place. And you see what it does to your elbow? So then I can work that, and then I can work that. Okay? When we go to standing, that's what's going to reconcile her energy. Because if you just stay on top, it turns yang when she feels the centrifugal energy. You guys remember that? So by rolling it all the way, look how it straightens again. Do you understand? Okay, so try it again. Your other hand. Okay? Just where she's at the end. Okay? So look how this hand, you're leaving it here, and you're trying to do everything with this hand, and it's just bending his elbow. But if you keep his center moving, the wrist turns it. Look at the difference. Watch his, see the bend? Watch what I do. Elbow straight. Okay? Do you understand? So what's happening is you're hyper-focusing on this one and losing that one, but you do both. That's why in the first micro drill, I told you don't do the technique, just move his center. Remember that one? Because we took that hand off. And now you use that other hand to help you straighten the elbow as you're reconciling the yang energy to the pin. Okay? Try it again. Okay, and so again, if we understand what a martial artist would understand, we would be able to see that the third lock was not the technique's locking attack, but a metric for you're in place to do that. Do you understand? So it's just a metric for am I in place? And in that sense, it's going to feel like the second one. Okay, so we'll just get to there. Okay, I'm coming around. There's your center. Do you see how I'm here? I keep turning. There is the technique. There's that. There's that. So do you see how this one feels? Okay, this one will feel like that too when I'm in place right there. Do you see? But I'm going to do it just a little, and you're going to feel it all through here as I'm doing the technique. Do you see? So it's not another one of these breaks. It's just ripping off, okay? But if I was not in place for another of that spot check, I would not be on the inside, and I would not be pinning your shoulder, and therefore I would not be ripping off your scapular mechanism, okay? All right.